translating conic sections is, as you would expect, if we do a shift HK, all that we're doing is, like the circle, it would be x minus h, y minus k. So just a quick reminder, h being positive moves to the right, k being positive goes up. All right, so for parabolas, we had the formula for a parabola, y squared equals 4ax, and 4a was the coefficient of x, so we could find a, and that helped us to find, focal point, I think was a comma 0, and the directrix was x equal to a, and we had a plus and a minus, plus and a minus. Then when we did the ellipse, we just did that. B squared equals a squared. 1 minus e squared, that helped us to find e. We knew that the focal point is plus or minus ae comma 0 if it's along the x-axis, 0ae if it's up on the y-axis. And then the directrix for this one is x equal to plus or minus a over e. And we always noticed that e was less than 1. So those were all the formulas for parabola and ellipse, and the shift is just x changed to x minus h, y changed to y minus k. So if we took one like this, number 1a, circle, ellipse, or parabola? The ellipse, because these numbers are different. There's 1 over here, but these are different. What's the shift for this one? What's the shift for this one? 1 to the right and 3 down, minus 3. Yeah. So this is my h, and this is my k. All right. So then you just kind of work through this. Since it's an ellipse, a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 3. Notice that this a is bigger, so everything's on the x-axis. We need to find e, so b squared equals a squared, 1 minus e squared. So you'll have 9 equal to 16. 1 minus e squared, 9/16 equals 1 minus e squared. E squared equal 1 minus 9/16, which is what? 7/16? So since e is greater than 0, e is going to be equal to the root of 7 over 4. All right, let's keep going. So the focal point is going to be a times e, which is plus or minus square root of 7 comma 0. It's the focal point. And then the directrix is going to be x is equal to plus or minus a over e, which is 16 over the root of 7. Okay, now, are those true? No. These are without translating. So we've got to translate them. So for the focal point, is it going to matter that it's moved to the right 1 and down 3? Yeah, all that's going to matter. So here's what we're going to do. For this one, to the right 1, we're just going to say the focal point is going to be 1 1 plus or minus the square root of 7, comma, and then it's going to be where? Down 3. Good, good. The directrix is a little easier because we don't care about down, because that would just move the whole thing down, but we are going to have to say it's x is equal to 1 plus or minus 16 over the root of 4. So those are the values that we need for that one. How did you do on that? Did you get it? Good. Now try it for the parabola, and we have a couple more dealing with translating, and this one's really good, number 5.